look at capitalism and communism, we're not talking totalitarian communism. We're talking about democratic socialism. Who's democratic in Canada is socialist? Well, it was the New Democratic Party of Canada. It was a socialist party. It was formulated by Joyce Smallwood. And it really brought in the healthcare, the public healthcare, which makes Canada a country of democracy, really. You know, we got basic healthcare rights. That was good. So he's arguing on here that this, and I hear Jason Kenney running down socialism. Who are they using for a foundation of knowledge? Fraser Institute. What's the Fraser Institute's track record? Well, they came out one year and they said tobacco industry is good for you. Cigarettes. They smoke up, kids, cigarettes. But the Surgeon General of Canada said, no, I don't think that's too good. So let's get this right. They haven't got a good track record. If I bet money on a pony, I wouldn't listen to the Fraser Institute. It's a right-wing, polarized think tank of right-wing ideologies paid by corporations. So this is the way free market capitalism is, or what we call libertarian. They laugh and they said that's running down retarded people. No, it's socially retarded libertarianism. I call him libertard. He says that's rude. Yeah, it's unsustainable to have free market capitalism because this is at the ticker of crashing, and that's what's happening to Canada. Free market capitalism of real estate right now. Free market capitalism of a lot of things. There's two big players. But you're not getting the cash. Egalitarianism. Why did you run that down? You ever read The Spirit Level? They attack that. Why? Read it. Please read it and give me your opinion. The Spirit Level. It's not a spiritual book. It's a level like a plumber's level. Right now, do you have money to go out and have a good time in a bar or restaurant and eat every night or have a pizza with your wife or your girlfriend? You're really cutting down, aren't you? If I don't have money to go over to that coffee shop, it'll go out of business. So that's sort of a balanced capitalism, isn't it? But they're attacked on libertarianism. It sounds sort of socialism. Well, sometimes things aren't that bad. Yeah, I put a little spice in soup. Should go there. Well, it adds to the flavor. So a little touch of socialistic sauce might help something. Just put a little bit in. Because these ideas are not fixed in like a capitalistic... that's what's killing the world. Libertarian, free market capitalism. Now, am I denouncing capitalism of owning things and buying things? No. There's a lot of externalities in the system. Like we talk about the Keynesian economics and we talk about keeping the supply chain going. Well, the supply chain says, let's make light bulbs burn out. That's Keynesian economics, right? Well, that doesn't seem like a good model. These light bulbs don't burn out. Why? They're Energy Star and they're LED. They don't burn out. No, that one there, it can burn out. It keeps the supply chain going. And also the method of way we sell houses. We build more houses, the widgets go up. Supply chain. Deregulate the pricing methods on materials. So houses prices go up. You keep on inflating it. So the socialist sauce would regulate the market. Because this is and if you ever learn anything about one-on-one economics, we just increase with the supply and demand. Well, that's what I'm seeing now. The option was these tiny houses were quite nice for young couples. And you could get something else. They're getting really busy because the materials have cost so much. More supply and demand. So we'll point fingers at birth rate. We'll point fingers at immigrants. I don't think that's it. It's regulating the system. So that's the socialism, but is that repressive? Ask yourself, is that a repressive system? That you can afford things? It's repressive to the people making all the big bucks. But it's not repressive for you. You're not there yet. And that's what's going on. Think about that. That little bit of egalitarianism might help this country. Now, I'm in the Green Party. I'm not NDP. But I think we could work together. Liberal is a liberal system. And he was coming out with good policies, but the country's been so far dead. So he's putting money in and injecting it. The NDP, the Conservatives are going to cut carbon tax for getting in power. So where are they going to get this money they're spending? Where? So they were putting $9 billion into dental for seniors. I don't know seniors dental. Thank you, Prime Minister. You're going to put a dental plan in. And for young people, children, it costs a fortune to raise children with this sort of dental plan. And I think that's a good solution. $9 billion. Well, just print the money. But where are you going to get the revenue? Well, you're going to have to tax it somehow. But we're taxing everything on property, real estate, everything. And the deep green solution is just take all tax right off there and go full out carbon tax. Examine that. Please examine it with an open mind. Full out carbon tax. What would that mean? Your reduction of hydrocarbons and pollution, you can control what you're spending. You get dividends back. Now, the way we got it is tax on top of tax on top of tax. And that's not cutting down. So that might be the liberal problem. But we're at a debt level of 1.14 billion. In World War II, what did we do? We had Germans. We had to change the system awful fast. The world was at war. CCM, bicycle company, was automatically refitted to make munitions. The shipyard here was making corvettes and frigates for World War II. Everything was refitted. And what happened? Why did we have a wartime houses affordable? Well, we had gold in the bank, and we had American war bonds. Okay, we had Canadian war bonds. People investing for the war effort. It wasn't a me society. It was a society saying we're in trouble, and Europe's in trouble. And we supported the troops that went overseas. But we knew from the fall of World War I why this war started. And we rebuilt Germany, and we rebuilt Japan, because the Versailles Treaty impoverished them. So when you impoverish something, you cause trouble, right? What are conservatives doing? They're impoverishing you. If they weren't, Anybody that cuts renewable sector, which could supply you jobs, is impoverishing. How many people work on renewable? They cut moratorium income moratorium in Alberta now. You know, people were getting jobs in there. Now we can cut it. You know, Notley was NDP, socialistic social capitalism of that was working. Rachel Notley, and they had this revolution of putting solar voltaics because the energy sector is overfunded. It's not enough. What are you going to do? Put natural gas in? Because nobody wants it. I think people are knowing, probably from the United States, that this is a hydrocarbon polluting planet. And they're probably cutting the lines on it. And it's got to go through pipelines and everything. Now, what is the problem with Emirates? Subcontractors ripping off people. Oh, hell, they're ripping my brother off. Coming over and saying, we'll give you a better price. And it was a scam. I didn't like the natural gas system. I didn't like the heating. I didn't like anything of it. This electric. We can build better heating systems. We don't have to use natural gas. But the infrastructure for electricity has to be regridded. Ontario's got a huge grid system. They're just printing money dug out. I'm doing all right. I can go over there and get a beer if I have enough money. At the late, just give me a bit of things to make me happy, keep the little boy happy. I'll go over and have a beer. I'll go over to the grocery store and buy a beer. He's licensed that. That's a progress to keep me happy, keep me voting for him. But now they're having a lawsuit on him. How did he get in power? So digital media is influencing political systems. You notice that? And they're just distorting facts. It's easy to support a fact on these little wee divots of what politicians say now. We used to read honest journalism, and we used to maybe watch debates on television. We talked about them, and we explored this. We were being open-minded, nonpartisan, and saying that's a political retard. Yeah, it didn't make sense. You're politically retarded. I like those conversations. It's not Trudeau wearing a clown suit and putting pictures on him. Just saying you're a political retard. Well, that's rude. But is it not rude to put Justin Trudeau in a clown suit? Or saying he's an idiot without him replying? This is a debate, but no. That's the way social media is starting to attack Justin Trudeau. Now, I've listened to some of his things, and I like him. When Doug Ford come out, beer in the beer store, it's pretty good. But I got to weigh it up. We pick things and we write them down. Is that beer? That's good. But do I write it down that he's cutting renewable services out for you people that would maybe give you a lot of jobs? And you keep on saying tax grab. Well, we got tax for hospitals. We're paying an awful lot of taxes for hospitals. How do we lower it? Well, that's something you could do. Looking after yourself. That's a possibility, isn't it? Maybe we could lower the hospital budgets. Because this is not a complete picture here. I think you're going to look at this in another way. We got into a me generation, and it's not a very healthy one. Well, you're going to say this is socialism. No, it's me generation. Me. And I just go down to the drugstore and get some pills. And I'll go to the doctor tomorrow. I'm coming in. Now, there's some doctors that just write you prescription because it's starting to get routine. Other doctors, I'm getting sick of this. I'll move out of the profits because you won't look after yourself. So that's an honest doctor that says, I'm fed up with you. There's always solutions, and it's not always pills, kids. Sometimes it's go out and go for a walk. Like I look after myself. I got to trim my nails and going out for a walk and have a coffee somewhere. But that's self-care. And, there's many factors in healthcare. Buying good food, but hell, we got box store commodities and cutting down farms, cutting down green space for growing food. Living in apartments isn't a solution. It's low density, rural development, and grassroots economy and agriculture. But you're going against it, you're going to eat crickets. So you're getting into another commodity market. Hear me out. That's a commodity market. And they got mega fortunes out there. Trying to figure out things. A new plan. They just said crickets are protein. And vegetables and fruits aren't protein. Well, the China study, and we look at this protein, there's only so much protein we need. We need carbohydrates and other nutrients. So that's not a well thought out plan. So the problem with the world right now is we don't think things out right. And they offer you all this stuff. The debates are not debates, they're just attacks. Well, and that's what's going on. The attack systems. This floor is covered in coffee. But we gotta attack politics. A cooperative collective would be better. And that's how they got through when the banks closed in Iceland. And it brought out communism and capitalism were working. Like sometimes you need a little mixture fix. It's like cooking. It's like playing music. Sometimes you put maybe a flamingo beat in there or something. Make it a little interesting. But having all one capitalist right-wing party or all communists one way is repressive. Because they go into extremes. Think about it.